Very funny, Iwangu. Yeah, make some noise for Iwangu.
Say hello to my little friend. Alright, I'd like to start off with something new. It's the voodoo dick joke. Alright, there's this businessman, right? He's in a very far away foreign land, and he goes to this magical antique shop, right? And the number one item in this magical antique shop is the voodoo dick, right? And he knows this, right? So he's like, he goes there and he's like, oh, I gotta have this item, right? The guy's like, no way. It's like, I'll give you $1 million. The guy's like, all right, no problem. So anyway, he takes it home. He goes to show his wife, right? And she's like, what the hell is this, right? And he's like, all right, watch. Voodoo dick, dog's ass, right? And so it jumps out of the box, starts fucking the dog's ass, right? And she's like, what the hell? And he's like, yeah, look, voodoo dick, the box. And so it pops out of the dog's ass, goes back in the box, right? And he's like, yeah, you can use this, like, when I'm away or whatever. And she's like, no way, I'm never gonna use that, right? He's like, whatever, happy anniversary, whatever. Anyway, a couple months later, it goes by, and he goes on another trip, right? This time a real long one, right? And after a couple months, she's like, oh, that voodoo dick, So she's like, all right, let me try it, She's like, all right, voodoo dick, my vagina, right? And so it starts working on her, right? And she's like, wow, this is, working pretty good. But it's been a couple months, so she kind of forgets how to turn it off, right? She's like, oh damn, but she has to go to work, right? So she just like puts her clothes on over, and then she's at work, she's like, ooh, right? And her boss like, what the hell's going on with you, And she's like, nothing, ooh, right? It's like, no, there's definitely something going on with you, what is that? And she's like, no, nothing, it's nothing, He's like, no, you better tell her, you're gonna get fired, right? And she's like, all right, and she's explaining to her, like, this thing called a voodoo dick. He's like, what? Voodoo dick my ass. My name is Iwan, I was born and raised in LA, I mostly grew up in the Pasadena area, but I come down to LA to help out my parents on the weekends and stuff, what I mean? Like, you ever go to a liquor store and you see some kid in the back doing homework and shit? Yeah, I was me, Like, I had to translate for my parents every now and then. That was kind of weird, right? Because they're my parents, what I mean? I'm like, hey mom, this policeman says he's gonna give you a ticket for driving too slow on the freeway. Yeah, he says you gotta go faster than 35. Yeah, I was in United States Army for a couple of years, It was cool, but it's kind of weird being the only Asian person, Every day, people are just looking at me like, are we supposed to shoot this guy? Yeah, it's cool being in the Army, you get some good benefits, But probably the best benefit is the old ability to give old men hard-ons. That old men love hearing Army stories, Like, it doesn't matter what race they are. I guess because it makes them feel younger or gives them hope for the future or something, but like if I meet an old man at a park, and I start telling him Army stories, he'd come all over me. Yeah, I was talking to this guy the other day. He told me he's Persian. I was like, you're Persian? From Persia? And he was like, yeah, where are you from? I was like, the Han Dynasty? Yeah, your parents ever beat you when you were little? Yeah, my mom, she'd get a coat hanger, and she'd make me put my hands open, and then she'd hit me on my hands and shit, Yeah, I was like, what the hell kind of Chinese torture crap is this, Can't you just hit me with a belt or something? What next, you gonna give me an algebra test? Fucking make me carry buckets of water up a hill or something? Yeah, I noticed some, anti-gay cultures are actually quite gay, Like, for instance, Arab culture, right? They're notorious for being harsh on their LGBTQ community. Yet their men openly hold hands in the street. Right? How hypocritical is that? They're like, don't act gay. La 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 la. And Russians too, right? They're world famous for being violent towards their LGBTQ. Yet I was watching the Olympics once, and after this gymnast did his jump, instead of high-fiving his teammate, he kissed him on the mouth. And it's just a pet either. They were really going at it. It's like, we ain't not tolerate the homosexual in Russia. Come out of here. I've seen it before, it seems like men in other cultures seem to enjoy a level of intimacy with each other, that we just kind of lack, And I've seen it a little bit, because I was in the Army, right? The Army is really kind of anti-gay, because it's so gay. Yeah, you're constantly in these situations where you're surrounded by other dudes, and you're either totally naked or mostly naked, The shower is a perfect example, right? There used to be this one guy, every time he'd be in the shower, he'd have a rock hard boner. Yeah, at the time the policy was don't ask, don't tell. Nobody had to ask guy feels gay or not. He's all knocking over shampoo bottles and shit. Yeah, it was shocking. You walk into the shower room, you're like, what the fuck? At ease, soldier. You know, in the army, it's supposed to be hardcore, but not that hard, not that core. Yeah, some people overdo with the salty food. I mean, one day I kicked my buddy at breakfast and without even tasting it, just started pouring salt all over and shit. I was like, dude, I think these pancakes are salty enough. I don't like with this. You know, Asian people, like, we love Jews, you know, all of us. We're like, Sensei, please teach us. But I know Jewish people don't really like Asian people too much, you know? And I think I know why. It's because of our eyes. It's because if you look, it's not that my eyes are slanted or small. It's that Asian people have an extra layer of skin over our eyelids. It's basically a foreskin, right? And you know how Jews feel about foreskins.
Oh my god.
Alright, my name's Iwano, I'm out of here. Thank you.
Beautiful, Iwano. Nice job. Thank you for bringing bubbles. Bubbles make everything better. Now, we now got some karaoke going on. Please put your hands